Tamatea morena bula vanaka kia orana kia tatou katoa. Pia ana koutou, it's our marama of Tamatea. What's everyone up to? Hea o koutou kai mo te parakuihi. What's for breakfast? Bit flat today. So all this weekend we're in our Tamatea marama. We may get a bit of a lift on Sunday, but however, right through until Tuesday, huna, it's going to be very slow, very slow. So, yeah, I'm feeling slow myself, starting to set in. Don't forget to order your maramataka, manawhenua.com, www.manawhenua.com. I'm getting a little bit hoha because the freight is taking so long and there's so many delays and all of this stuff. And on these marama moving into it, I was hoping they'd be ready by ohoata, but now we've hit Tamatea. There's nothing I can really do, just relax and go with it because, often things aren't under our influence. So learning to chill, especially during these Tamatea marama right through until Tuesday, our huna, which is a very difficult marama, much like whiro and mutu whenua. So personally, I find these marama that are in a sequence of the Tamatea moons to be a little bit more difficult than the end of mutu whenua and the start of whiro. I love the end and the start. But this is the grinding on through. So kia kaha, kia maya, kia manawa nui. Be strong, be steadfast, and keep going. Depends what we have on today. What do you all have on? I'm going to put up some of your comments. Just excuse me while I post up your comments. It takes me a little while here. Morena koutou katoa. So, yeah, I haven't got that much to say today because the brain is a little bit foggy. I'll blame it on the Tamatea marama. I don't know if you can ring up work today and say, oh, look, we're not coming in. I'm not coming in today because we're hitting Tamatea. But why not? So if you feel like just staying home and the kids are dragging, no hoki te kāinga, whai wā ki te oki. Morena tātou katoa. And I think that's about me for today. If you have any questions, put it up. I might have a go answering some pātai. I think it was yesterday and the day before someone asked if there were tikanga around building houses, because of course I'm building my whare marama at the moment out of uku, out of clay. It's rammed earth, designed it myself, building it myself. I've built a few houses now, 3 for my tamariki that are all earth up in Ahipara, and then my whare marama in Mototo on my whenua there. And so for me, yes, it definitely has a tikanga to building a house, much like building a whare nui, our marae. And when we build, and I advise other people about building, especially on papakainga or anywhere, I follow these same kind of principles, but there's a whole lot of tricks within the design that we also adhere to. Like our whare are usually east facing or north facing. It depends what time they were built and who they were built. You can tell if the Māoris built them or if someone's come in, later in the 60s and been contracted to build the whare. And there's even been instances that some of our whānau haven't thought the whare nui, the Māori, was right, and they've actually turned the whare in a different direction. We move our whare, and I'm talking about our whare nui, our ancestral houses that sometimes weren't carved as well, and even moving them, taking them down the river and moving to a better spot, or brothers warring and cutting the whare in half and moving it across the road. So setting up their own whare. So yes, there's a tikanga, and I adhere to it, especially around te taha wairua. But I could share more of that kōrero. And we also name our whare. So in Mototo, all of our papakainga and our homesteads have names. So ours is Mataparua, and people say, oh, hoki koe ki Mataparua, you're going back to Mataparua. My cousins, the tupunes out at the back, they're whakakiore. Across the road down at my other cousins, Raywin and them, the Te Wairinga. So we all have our names of our papakainga because it's not only where we live, but then it's all as the area as mototo, but then it's identifying our kainga. And when you name your whare, it gives it so much mana, so much more mana, and the tikanga and the explanations around why your kainga is called that. So yeah, really important to observe tikanga Māori when building. And I know some of us might be involved in more of the modern aspect of planning, of resource consents and all those types of things. And I know that developers often, it's all about just do it and do it fast. But we must do things properly, and we must make sure the spiritual element is taken into consideration, because later you might have problems like a leaky roof and if you don't follow the building code. Well, if you don't follow the Māori code, as in observing the wairua aspects, you will have problems later on. So kia ora to you all. Kia ora, Teresa. Kia ora, hene moa. I love getting all of your messages in the morning. It gives me a good buzz to know you're all out there getting ready for your day of Tamatea. Aha kua kehia koutou, wherever you are, Selena, Atamarie. Enjoy our home space over the next few days, these Tamatea moons. Really, acknowledge our whare and the warmth they give and the shelter and the place for our families to reside in safely. Yeah, ngā mihi kia koutou katoa. Hini hotirine, ora your maramataka, please. Ka kite koutou, heia popo, kia pai tō koutou rā, mauri ora.